welcome to Driversroom. This is the Festival of Speed, Season 4, Round 2, and we are with Tier 2 today at the St. Croix C layout. So before we head on down to the grid and see how the guys got on in qualifying, we'll take a look at the team stand-ins after Round 1. In first place we have Pegasus on 61, third Honey Badger on 39, second Honey Badger on 39 points. In third we have Neon Knights on 38. Fourth we have Team Sega on 30. JB Lads are in fifth on 28. Wrecking Ball in sixth on 24. Sandit Racing on 16. In seventh, sorry, I get this right eventually. And in eighth we've got Big Scary Goat Speed on 14. So that's the stand-ins after round 1. Still plenty of rounds to go, still plenty of ways that table can change. So we'll head on down to the grid and we'll see how the guys got on during qualifying. Sticking it on pole, we have last season's champion in as a wildcard for round 2, Kimaru. He's running on Racing Super Softs. As he's in for this round as a wildcard, so didn't partake in round 1. But he is last season's champion, so he'll be looking to remind everybody in Tier 2 that he is the current and reigning champion. See how he gets on from pole today. In second, we've got CPT O'Reilly on Racing Super Softs. O'Reilly finished third last time out in round 1, so we'll be looking to hold position today or even catch Kim and grab another podium or race win. Honey Badger being their first season in DRFS have had a great start, as we've seen in the table. He'll be looking to continue that on. In third we've got JC on Racing Super Softs. JC didn't partake, I don't think, in round 1, or didn't finish at least anyway, so we'll be looking to get Sandit Racing rocketing up the table after this round, starting from third today. He's got a great opportunity to do that. In fourth we've got Canny on Racing Softs. Canny finished 8th last time out, struggled a little bit in round 1, but starting 4 places ahead of where he finished in the last race today in 4th. He's going to be looking to really push forward and help Neon Knights climb back up that table, because they had a pretty shocking round 1. And I'm probably wondering why they're not leading the championship like they normally do. We'll see how he gets on. In 5th, the first of the Pegasus cars, Boss, is on Racing Super Softs. Boss finished 6th last time out, so mid-table for Boss. His teammate Muller in Tier 2 took the win. So we'll see if one of them can climb up the table today. Pegasus have a pretty decent setup on this car by the looks of it, so we'll see if Boss can make pay of that and head up the field today. Just as we were talking about him, Muller is starting in 6th today on Racing Super Softs. As I said, race victory last time out for Muller. He'll be looking to definitely push back up the field today and get a higher position as possible and keep that train of points coming for Pegasus, as they sit aloft at the top of the table. In 7th, you got myself, Craig P, on Racing Super Softs on the front, Racing Softs on the rear. DNF in the last round. I quit out after a couple of incidents on the opening lap. Had a bad race the race before as well with some incidents, so we'll see if we just have a bit of a cleaner race today and see if we can get some points for the Wrecking Ball team. In 8th we've got Bullet. He's on Racing Super Softs. Bullet finished 7th last time out, so we're looking to better that today for Team Sega. He's definitely has the pace to do it, so we'll keep an eye on, see where he goes today. In 9th we got Jason on Racing Super Softs. Jason was another one I think that didn't finish last time out. He's not recorded in the final standings, so we'll be looking for, like, a bit like myself, a bit of a quieter and less exciting race today, with less incidents, and get to the end of the race and grab some points for his team. In 10th, we've got the third Pegasus car. They've got 3 cars in Tier 2. Jamie on Racing Supersofts. Jamie finished 5th last time out, just pipping his teammate Boss. So we'll see how Jamie goes today. He's starting a bit down the field, but he definitely has the pace locked in that he can climb up the field. So we'll see how Jamie goes today. In 11th, we've got Jules Racing Supersofts on the front, Racing Softs on the rear. Was 4th last time out. He will be looking to climb ahead as well as Jamie. He finished a place ahead of Jamie last time out, so he'll be definitely looking to repeat that today. Another driver to watch as he tries to carve through the field. In 12th, we've got Nightmare on Racing Supersofts. Nightmare was 10th last time out in race 1. Doesn't look to be overly happy with the Ferrari at the moment. Hopefully he can get it locked down and make his way up the field, because by the looks of the table, Neon Knights definitely need all their drivers grabbing some points. In 13th, we've got Grimlock on Racing Supersofts. Didn't race last time out in round 1, so this is his first race of the season. Obviously not got the settings dialed in for that Ferrari, because he is much quicker than 12th place, but we'll see how he gets on during the race. And last but not least, in 14th, we got Monroe on Racing Softs. Sorry, Monroe was 11th last time out, so we're looking just to keep it steady, keep it going, and hopefully keep it on the black stuff and benefit from any mistakes that people make ahead of him. So that's the lineup for round 2 of season 4. We'll jump to the front of the grid and see how the guys get on down into turn 1 when the lights go out and they hit the track in anger. You should join me at the front of the grid. The guys waiting for the lights to go out. You see the revs starting the build with Kamaru. They've been held for quite some time and the lights are out and they're away. Kamaru gets a decent start away. O'Reilly tucks in straight behind him to get the slipstream, pulling out to see if he can have a look up the inside into turn 1. O'Reilly is going to go for it. He's just up alongside him, but he's going to give up the inside to Kamaru into turn 2 as, there's pandemonium in the background. We'll have to go and take a look at that in a second. But Kamaru holds off CPT O'Reilly down into second corner and now down along straight heading towards turn 3, but O'Reilly's looking up the inside. This is only lap 1, guys. There's plenty of laps to go before the end of the race. O'Reilly wants the lead and he wants it now. He dives up the inside and is through up into first. But the King is not going to let that slide. There's more carnage in the background. We'll definitely have to be looking through these replays now, shortly, as these two guys seem to have settled down now. We'll jump back and see what happened going into turn 1 and then into turn 3. So we see him now heading down towards turn 1. The 3 and 4 wide. Bullet just seems to get the back end stepping out, and that just causes a cascade behind of cars. Jason and Nightmare being the worst out of the lot there. Don't know where the Bullet maybe got tapped. We'll take another look back and we'll see. Jump on board with myself. This Bullet over on the left hand side. He seems to maybe just pull in front of the Pegasus car and gets clipped and then sends a load of cars into the nether realm. I'm just joining the guys now, heading down to turn 3. This is where the other incident happened. You see they're going 3 wide again. Canny just catches the barrier and taps the back end of Bullet, who gets a tank slapper on, but manages to hold it, so not too bad on that incident. The main one was the first corner. What an insane opening few corners here in Tier 2. So we've got O'Reilly now out in the lead, trying to break away from Kamaru, but Kamaru's not going to let that happen. JC now in third, Bullet is in fourth, Muller in fifth, Jules is in sixth, Canny in seventh, Jammy in eighth, Boss in ninth, myself in 10th, with Grim right behind me in 11th, Jason in 12th, Nightmare 13th, Monroe 14th. As we all head down towards the bridge for the first time. Jules has had a fantastic start. He's up into 6th, starting from 11th, 5 places in the first few corners. He 6 places now, so he's up to 5th. Oh, Muller just tags him there. I think maybe Jules hadn't fully got past him. He turned in and his back end just caught the front of Muller as Jules goes sliding round. That's going to allow Canny through. Just Canny now up into 5th, Jules down to 6th. Jules was in 5th for all of one corner there, I think. We head down to the heavy braking zone. Jules looking to the inside. Can he get the job done under the braking? Canny gives him lots of room. This side by side coming out of the corner. They're gonna go around next. Great racing from these two, giving each other loads of room. Jules slots in behind. Perfect driving by the two guys there. That's how you race, with respect, giving people room. Not like in the 80s, one of them would have been fired off into the barriers for sure there. Muller and Boss down in 8th and 9th, 14 Pegasus. Myself in 10th, becoming under extreme pressure from Jason and Grim behind. Jason's taking a little look up the inside. He's going to have to run now on the outside, heading down towards turn 1. Have we all learnt from the first lap? As actually I've got the run on Boss. It's kind of boxed Jason in. Oh, what happened there? Boss seems to have got fired off. Let's jump back and we'll take a look. We're going to jump on board with Jason. You see myself and Boss there side by side. Jason's going to try and look on the outside, but there's nowhere to go. Boss is in the way. Now he's up alongside me there, but oh! He fires, he misses his brake in, fires me into Boss, and also somebody else ahead. Jules maybe got caught out in something there as well. Tricky one, that one, but Boss has paid the price of that one as Jason looks up the inside of myself. Doesn't get the job done there. It takes too much curb and loses the back end. Nightmare now having a look at Jason to see if he can find a way past him. Boss is trying to recover now from that instant into lap 1 with his very battered looking Ferrari. That front end needs a bit of cosmetic surgery. Monroe just struggling a bit in the Ferrari. She's a tricky beast to handle. Alrighty, now seems Kamaru's had an issue. Let's go back and we'll see if we can find out what has happened to Kamaru. He's dropped down to 3rd. We'll join the leaders. They're coming to this technical section at the start of the lap. Kamaru just running, putting a couple of wheels out on the grass. Oh, and he just tags the barrier, which spins him round. Oh, unfortunate there for Kamaru. That drops him down to 3rd. Now Bullet will be looking to get on the back of him quickly. Such a shame for our tier 2 Season 3 champion. We'll see how he gets on now, rebuilding it from here. You got the two Pegasus cars of Jamie and Muller nose to tail. Muller looking to get past his teammate, maybe feels he's being, oh sorry, Jamie looking to get past his teammate, maybe thinks he's being held up a bit by Muller. Muller doing a very good job of covering the overtaking routes there. Kenny down in 7th, Jules in 8th, Grim now in 9th, Jason is in 10th. Ahead of myself in 11th, Nightmare in 12th, Boss recovering well now in 13th. Jason really having a look now at Grim. Oh, somebody's had enough. Kenny has bent it. Kenny now dropping down to 11th. What happened to Kenny? Probably just run wide. Two Neon Knights cars now out of the points. Oh, you see there, yeah, Kenny just gets a slide through the corner and then out in the grass and round. Very unfortunate for Kenny. Alright, he's really starting to break away now from the pack. He's 3.7 seconds ahead of JC. Kamaru trying to make ground back up now after his slight mistake catching the barrier. There's Bullet just in a land of his own in 4th at the moment. Probably very well placed here to sneak onto the podium, depending on what he does strategy wise. He can see the 3 guys ahead and he can make the call as and when he wants to try the undercut or try the overcut. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out. As I say that, he runs wide, but he manages to miss the barrier that Kamaru collected. So he keeps going, just loses a little bit of time to the guys in front. And there's Muller and Jamie still battling out the 2 Pegasus cars. Jules in 7. We'll just run through the grid, through the field, and see where everyone is respectively. So we have O'Reilly out in 1st, JC up into 2nd, Kamaru in 3rd, Bullet in 4th, Muller in 5th, followed by Jamie in 6th, Jules in 7th, Jason up into 8th, Grim in 9th, myself in 10th, Kenny in 11th, Nightmare in 12th, Boss in 13th, Monroe in 14th. These cars are still extremely stacked together now as we're coming through on lap 3. We'll see who pits and when, see if we have any 2 stoppers, if that's going to spread the field out. Because at the minute, if they stay this close, it's going to provide us with some action throughout the whole race. As the leaders are starting to approach the start-finish straight now, so we'll know who is heading into the pits. As Grim is now up in 8th, and oh, Jason is way off the track. Myself now in 9th, Jason recovering back onto the track in 10th, Canny in 11th, Nightmare in 12th. Boss is slowly crawling back up in 13th, but really was affected by that incident going into turn 1 on lap 2. Nobody's pitted yet. Oh, as I say that, the two Pegasus boys jump in together, along with Jules in 7th. Muller now in 5th. Oh, as we see, Graham face plants the barrier. Turned in way too early for the corner there. Dropped him down to 8th, promoted myself up to 7th. And right on the back of Jammy, but they have fresh tyres compared to mine. Just pull out on the slipstream, looking at the inside, going into turn 3. Great overtake under the brakes, but gotta be careful. Jammy's looking to come straight back. Just managed to hold on to the position, but Jammy is dangerous. He's going to be looking at any point here. You can't relax when Jammy is the car behind you. As you see, I just make a mistake on the exit. Jammy's got a little bit of a better run. It's closed him right up to the back. Oh, I've just dropped it. Jammy put the pressure on and I folded. Just dropped me down to 8, promoted Jason and Jammy. And all that battling with me has allowed Muller to break away from Jammy slightly. So the top 4 haven't stopped yet. And Muller and Jammy and Jules have stopped in the midfield, but the rest hasn't. So it'll be interesting to see where those guys who have stopped feed out into the pack once everyone's gone through the pit stop phase. But the guys don't seem to be struggling too much at the minute there. Alrighty's car looking very planted. So he's going 3 seconds slower than his last lap, that is his final lap. So JC Smith 6.3 behind him. Kamaru a further 5.8. So things are looking good for O'Reilly so far. Let's see, does he stay right? He does, and he is into the pits. JC is also into the pits in 2nd. Kamaru is coming into the pits in 3rd. And we're just going to have a train of cars now into the pits. Bullet is in. So Muller and Jammy have already stopped to see how they get through the guys ahead. It is a short pit stop here. Muller has just passed Bullet, so Muller's gained 1 place so far through the pit stop stage. Boss now coming through. He's up to 11th. Jason in 10th. Oh, as I just got it massively wrong on cold tyres. Twice now been caught out being a little bit too excited with the throttle pedal. Boss has the run. He's going to slide it up the inside easily. So I've completely outbraked myself as well. When it goes bad, it just goes bad, ladies and gentlemen. JC must have pitted without us noticing somewhere, because his tyres are extremely fresh and he's in the first. Unless did O'Reilly take... Oh, O'Reilly's took fuel on. Oh, that's a rookie error. You didn't need to take fuel on in this race. The cars will go the distance. Especially filling it up. That has lost him first place now. And he's 3.5 seconds. He was 6.3, so he's lost 3 seconds in that pit stop phase to JC. And not only that, Kamaru is behind. He will be smelling blood. It's all getting a little bit spaced out now, but not too much. They're still in visual distance of each other, so we'll hopefully get some battling as we go through the final half of the race now, as we are past the 15-minute mark, past the halfway stage. Nightmare getting it very Tokyo Drift there. Controlled it well. That car definitely not looking planted for him. A lot of work to do on the setup by the looks of it for that Neon Night. Alrighty. Well, possibly kicking himself now over putting that much fuel in the car during the pit stop. That could literally have cost him this race. The three that had the incident on lap 2 are all back together on the track, so see if we can stay without hitting each other this time. Jason takes a cheeky look of the inside of Boss, but probably more of just trying to put him off than an actual move. Jason pulls out from out of the slipstream. It's very early to be pulling out, but he's got the inside for the corner now. Can he get the job done on the brakes? Just, oh, there's a bit of wheel banging there. Boss has the inside, but Jason swoops around the outside to take 9th. Let's put Boss really on the back foot and let myself close right up to the back of him. Again, you just see another bucket load of oversteer. But back with our leader, JC. He looks like he's getting caught slowly now by O'Reilly. Let's look what the gap is. Oh, he is getting caught indeed. It's 1.89 seconds now. So that's dropped like a stone. Maybe O'Reilly is a bit frustrated at his mistake during the pit phase and is really on a charge now after JC. What this is also doing is also dragging Kamaru with it as well, so it's going to go to a three-way battle soon. Let's have a look now as we enter the 20th minute on how everyone's tyres are. JC's look okay, O'Reilly's are okay, Camaro's are fantastic. He is on the harder compound now. Muller's are okay, but the wear will be starting to kick in now. You'll be starting to feel the grip getting slightly less. Bullet the same. Jammy is a little bit worse off on his tyres. Jules is worse than Jammy again. He's definitely going to be feeling it in a lap or two. Cannies are okay. Mine are okay at the moment as I am up into 9th. Boss in 10th. Jason in 11th. Jason looks to maybe had an issue somewhere. Grimm's tyres are looking okay. Nightmares are looking horrible. Any wonder the car is doing that. Munro's are looking good, but he's on the hards. Oh, that's gonna get him for race pace. And it will feel like he has no grip on them things. See how much he's having to slow down there and take the speed off because he's on those horrific tyres. You see, Boss is jumping into the pits. Let's see, does he trigger any other people thinking of pitting? It's gonna free Jason up to charge after myself in 9th now. Boss was between us. Jules is closing on the back of Jammy. Jules has also been in for a set of boots. So has Jammy by the looks of it. And Muller's down to 6th. JC's now in 3rd. What happened to JC? Let's get up and have a look. JC hasn't taken tyres on, so let's see what's happened to JC. We'll rejoin back. JC is in 1st, coming down the straight between turn 2 and turn 3. And he's just run. He's outbraked himself, and then O'Reilly's outbraked himself, but used JC to get back on the track. He's just clattered into the side of JC, forcing JC to be hit back, kept off the track. And Riley's getting a bit of lag now. I don't know how the people would see it, but in my eyes, that's a bit naughty, and I think O'Reilly should have waited and let JC pass. I mean, JC was about to rejoin the track, and O'Reilly's basically used JC's car to not have a big an accident as he would have had and get back going a lot quicker. Not right in my eyes, but there we are. That's what's happened to poor JC. So we're back with him as they enter the bridge. JC, oh, he gets his tyre out on the grass, and that's him round. He's probably still fuming over that incident from a few corners ago. Unfortunately, that's what could happen. Buller is now going to be catching. Got 7 minutes left of the race. Canny is now up into 5th after the stops behind him. But Muller and Jammy and Jules should catch up with Canny. He's on older tyres, they're on fresh racing super soft, so let's see what they can do. Jules just bounces off the wall. Myself in 9th, still holding off Jason. Jason just can't quite make any ground up as you hear his tyres screaming for mercy around that right-hander. And here comes Boss on his fresh racing super softs. He's going to be pushing now to catch back up to us too. O'Reilly is back in the lead. He's definitely having a little bit of lag there. Hopefully his connection doesn't kick him out. Kamaru back up into second, and he is closing on O'Reilly. O'Reilly's on the racing super softs, but they are going off a lot quicker than Kamaru's racing softs, so Kamaru will have the... Oh, he's struggling to get the power down there for O'Reilly. Kamaru will have the advantage in tyres. He'll also have the advantage in weight, because remember, O'Reilly filled that car up with fuel. I mean, the difference between Kamaru's carrying a quarter of a tank, O'Reilly's in between 3/4 and a half, so there's a lot of extra weight in O'Reilly's car. Kamaru should be able to make that difference pay and really put O'Reilly under pressure over these last couple of laps. As we're now at the last 5 minutes of the race, so we're looking at another 2 laps, I'd say. Bullet is now up into third. I said he was in a very good place sitting there in fourth, just stalking. He would have had an opportunity, and he definitely has. I think we've actually lost JC from the race if we just run through the field here. Canny is now in fourth, Muller is in fifth, Jamie in sixth, Jules seventh, myself is in eighth, being chased still by Jason. In 10th we've got Boss, 11th we've got Grim. JC's coming out of the pit, so he must have had another issue on that lap. He's really had a kick to the nuts, pardon my French. He's gone from first now down to 12th. I really feel for him, really do. Right, out in the front, Kamaru is really closing on the back already now. Look at how much quicker Kim can get through that corner. More grip, less weight. Alrighty, squeezing him towards the barrier. Don't be squeezing him too much. If he's already there, you can't close the door on him. Kamaru's going around the outside and the braking. What a move from Kamaru. That shows why he's a tier 2 champion. Just gets O'Reilly on the brakes around the outside. He's got less weight, more grip, and as a few of the guys in the driver's room would say, he's got more balls there, heading out round the outside. Great manoeuvre from Kamaru. That's Kamaru up into first, but he's going to have to defend now, going down towards his left-hander as O'Reilly goes around the outside. A little bit of a wheel bang there as he come alongside him. O'Reilly's back up into first, thanks to the slipstream, but I have a feeling it's going to be very short-lived. Look how wide he ran there, how deep he ran. Kamaru's just able to keep his Ferrari just in a lot tighter. I mean, look how much he's gaining on him already. He's just clawing that car back to him. O'Reilly's really struggling now. He's twitching, trying to keep the car in a straight line. Kamaru doesn't know whether to go left or right. Alright, he has a massive moment there through the penultimate corner. Just keeps it ahead of Kamaru. Come through the final corner. He's just okay, but Kamaru is now going to have the run. He's in the slipstream now. So we'll now be on the final lap. I don't know what happened there with the cameras. Alright, he just runs deep then into turn 1, and Kamaru is up past. A little bit of a nudge there from O'Reilly as Kim just goes past. This youngster isn't afraid of trading paint, as he's now up the inside again thanks to the slipstream. Kamaru needs to get a move done himself on the slipstream and then break away from O'Reilly, or he needs to get done through these corners. Give himself an opportunity. So every time he gets a maneuver done, O'Reilly takes it back on the slipstream, but he has a massive moment trying to get the power down. That just allows Kamaru just to drive straight past him. This really is Kamaru's chance now to break away. We'll take a quick run through the field and just see how everyone else is panning out. Bullet is all on his own now for third, so his strategy has played out well to grab himself a podium. Muller is in 4th. He's got Jules right behind him, who's being chased by Canny. Drammy has dropped to 7th. Jason is in 8th. Boss is in 9th. JC is in 10th. Oh, I've dropped down to 11th, so I've had a moment somewhere. The tyre wear is looking bad on my car, so we're back with the leaders. Kamaru's just stretching away from O'Reilly now. I see Munro pulls out of the way there for the faster guys. Great run this by Kamaru. Also holding the fastest lap of 3:23.2. I think O'Reilly is gonna have an answer now. Kim's car's running a lot lighter with a lot more grip. O'Reilly's tyres, especially that left rear, is pretty much shot. A lot of these corners are you coming out of right-handers and trying to put the power down. See how the car reacts out of this corner. You can see it there just sliding. He's got no grip on that back left at all. Muller can see Bullet now. Bullet will need to be careful. No, Muller does have to keep an eye over his shoulder at Jules. So we join Kim as he crosses the line to take a very well-deserved victory. Just reminding the Tier 2 guys who the champion is. Well done to Kamaru. O'Reilly in 2nd. I think he threw that away there with a bad mistake at his pit stop. He'll be kicking himself after that. Guy who hasn't made a mistake during the pit stops is Bullet. Well done to him. His strategy today got him a very well-deserved podium place. Muller is going to come home in 4th. Jules in 5th. Canny in 6th. Jammy's going to come home in 7th. Boss in 8th. Jason has had an incident. He's in 9th, but I can hear JC coming up behind. JC is going to close on him. This is going to be tight for the finish now. Jason was facing the wrong way on the road. JC is all over him, looking to try and nab that 9th place from him. As Jason runs wide again and he's on the grass. Oh, JC now up into 9th. He's going to come home. Definitely in 9th place. Jason is just struggling as he's off the road again. What a disastrous last few corners for Jason, as you see myself goes through in 10th. So Jason's going to come home in 11th. That's it for round 2. Thanks very much for joining us. Come and see us next time for round 3.